What up, everyone? I'll be doing a Bitcoin analysis today, and I want to go through everything crypto related and one stock, just reviewing everything that I've been following for the last few weeks. And I think there's a lot of opportunity presenting itself as soon as today. Before we get started, if you want to join a free trading community on Discord, the link is in the description below. Now, let's get started in this video. The crypto fear and greed indicator is now in fear. So we got a sentiment wash. We washed up everyone that was bullish with the Melania coin getting absolutely destroyed, Trump releasing a coin, the Argentinian president rugging his coin, a lot of influencers like Adam22, the Hawk to a Girl, all this bullshit releasing on Solana and basically getting everybody hyped up in the field. Obviously, when that happens, that's not bullish at all. I hate seeing that in the space, and it's good to get that out of the way and to resume the next leg up. Now, let's start with the Bitcoin chart. The Bitcoin chart looks like it's on the verge of a breakout as soon as today. Now, we got this trend line over here holding higher lows, still not making a higher high though, but holding higher lows and just consolidating in this falling wedge over here, and can break out as soon as today if we get a close just like this. The next candle would print on the right like this, and then we could probably ride up back to 100k. That breaks out, we go to new highs over 106k, is essentially 120k. We've been consolidating here for almost 3 months now, and sentiment is at an all-time low. I mean, I'm opening crypto Twitter and I'm barely seeing anything about crypto. Nobody's bullish. Everybody's calling for a washout to 80k, back to 70k, retest this trend line. I'm seeing all these bearish statements, but we're holding the zone. After a major leg up, we're just chilling over here and are resuming our way up. Now, I see people calling a double top as well. If it was a double top, we would have broke down by now. Double tops are usually quick, they hit, and then we get rugged all the way down. So the fact that we're holding this demand zone at 90k is pretty bullish and tells me that we're just one catalyst away from moving up. Now, speaking of catalyst, we had FOMC minutes come out at 2 p.m. today, and there was something very bullish in it. Discussions included possible pause in balance sheet runoff amid debt ceiling uncertainty. So in the previous FOMC, they spoke about potentially ending QT. Now, we know that they cut QT by half earlier, like mid last year or in Q3, Q4, something like that, and now can potentially end in March. This is super bullish for risk assets as liquidity will stop getting drained. Now, obviously, it's not QE and not a lot of stimulus and new money will be printed, but the end of QT is good for liquidity, good for risk assets such as IWM and specifically Bitcoin and crypto, right? So them potentially ending it in March, and the fact that they hinted at it in this FOMC minutes, the FOMC minutes has to be approved by the whole cabinet, and so them hinting it tells me that they'll likely end it in the next meeting in 3 weeks. So that's a very big catalyst for Bitcoin. Now, it hasn't rocketed up too much off that news, but I believe that we're just chilling for now. Even IWM didn't do too well from that news. I mean, it bounced from the lows, but I think we're about to have a nice run up in risk assets based off that news. So ETH leading today as well. It's performing better than Bitcoin, and we've been seeing this change of character in the last couple of weeks. Ethereum broke down from this falling wedge, but then reclaimed and has just been chilling. Obviously, if it were to break down, we would have had continuation down. The fact that it's chilling over here is very bullish as well. So ETH on higher time frames has an inverse head and shoulder that can send us crazy. So we have the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder. A breakout over this trend line sends us to around 7k. So this will be the catalyst for our alt season that should happen in the next couple weeks and will be a violent rally. So I see a record amount of ETH shorts opened This just adds to my bullish stance and prediction of us having a violent leg higher. I think 11 billion in shorts on ETH, so those guys are going to get liquidated hard, and we're going to have a probably 2x run up here in probably like 3 weeks, I'd say. So that's very bullish for altcoins, very bullish for crypto stocks and crypto as a whole. Others over here still holding this falling wedge setup on the daily, chilling over here, retested, you could say double bottom, sure. We'll have to see what happens, but I'm expecting another leg up here soon. Total 3, same thing over here. Just chilling and waiting for ETH to start its bounce and altcoins to catch up. Now altcoins are performing pretty well today. That's because ETH is outperforming, so we'll have to see if that stays the same for the coming weeks. Coin, you guys know I'm very heavy into Coinbase. It's my favorite crypto stock to trade. I've made a good amount of money. My contracts are down pretty bad right now, but obviously I still have till August. The setup is still there. This inverse head and shoulders is being invalidated if we don't bounce tomorrow. But on the bullish side, this channel and mini channel over here is still holding pretty well. I think we probably filled the gap at 255 and then bounce from there back to 300 and 370, 430. Later targets will come once Bitcoin and Ethereum break out. So the chart is still pretty bullish over here. In the shorter term, bearish, mid-term bullish, long-term bullish. Now, short term, I'm talking about just the next day or two. After that, I think we resume our next leg up on coin. I want to say we break over 300. It should send us. So we'll see what happens there. Now, Tesla's another stock that I wanted to cover. It doesn't really have to do anything with crypto, really, but Tesla broke down from this bullish setup, and we had some bad news come out, liquidated a bunch of longs, and is now retesting. So the bearish thing would be rejecting over here. So the bearish setup would be rejecting exactly over here at 360 and then going all the way down to like 300. The bullish setup would be reclaiming it after having this weekly hammer over here and resuming up, which means this would be validated and we could reclaim this trend line, and I want to say within 2 weeks be back at 400 on Tesla, if not even higher. This stock moves very explosive, and this stock is very explosive when it moves, and you have to be positioned. It's hard to catch it intraday. Look at this leg. We can easily be back at 500 by the end of March. So see what happens here on Tesla. The setup is pretty bullish. I think we could reclaim it based on how indices are. SPY and SPX closed at all-time highs. I believe the Qs as well. Yeah, so we had an all-time high close on the Qs. Everything looks bullish on the market. Bitcoin is lagging, but I believe will catch up, and we know how crypto moves. We can have 5, 10, 20% days easily in crypto, and so the catch-up trade will be a violent one and will be a quick one. So you want to be positioned, which is why I'm positioned very heavily. Obviously I'm down right now on my positions, but I can make that back in literally 2 days. So I think we'll see here at 7 p.m. how the candle closes, but I really do believe that today or tomorrow is the breakout, and the weekly shaping up for a violent March that I think will be easily at 125k in March. So Bitcoin can literally run for just 3 weeks violently like we had over here, 3 weeks, and you can make your gains in a week, 2 or 3 weeks, you know. So not too stressed out about crypto. Altcoins are performing decently today, and we'll see what happens. Doge, XRP are one of my biggest holdings. They're looking pretty decent, so we'll just have to wait and see and stay optimistic. I'm going to stick to my thesis here that we'll have a bullish next 2 months, and then after that we'll reevaluate how the market's looking and potentially pull out from some positions. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. I'll answer every single comment. Like I said, if you want to join a trading Discord that's very active and free, link is in the description below. Other than that, I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm out. Peace.